Shots again. What's up, everybody? This is Tunde of iAHF.com, and this is vlog number 2, where I'll be discussing my progress in training for the Miami Half Marathon in January. So last week was Build a Base, and it was week 2 of 11, and I was scheduled to run 31 miles. So Monday the 17th was actually my fraternity's Founders Day, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to run in the evening like I usually do because I was going to be hanging out with my frat brothers, being brotherly. And so I got up in the morning and ran before I went to work. And I ran 5 miles, and it was a pretty good run. I think I ran like 7:02 or 7:03 like per mile, something like that. So it wasn't too bad. And like I said, that evening I hung out with my frat brothers, and I had a lot of wings and fries and all that other good stuff. So I actually ended up drinking a lot more than I should have. I drank a couple beers, a lot of scotch, and one of my frat brothers actually brought out some moonshine, and you really can't say no to moonshine. I haven't had it since I lived in Tennessee. So needless to say, on Tuesday I woke up with a pretty moderate hangover. So I wasn't able to run on Tuesday morning, even though I should have, because I knew that I had a networking event on Tuesday after work. So I went to work on Tuesday, and I was basically pretty much fully recovered by noon. So after work I went to a networking event, and while I was there I had 2 beers, even though I knew I shouldn't have, because I had a run right after. So I left the networking event and went to go run 6 miles, and while I was running I could feel like the beer just settling at the bottom of my stomach, and it just wasn't a good look. So needless to say, I'll never do that again, like drink right before I run. And it seems like it's common sense, but sometimes sense ain't that common. So that was Tuesday. So on Wednesday I ran in the evening again, 5 miles, and I think my pace was like 6:54 or 6:55 or something like that. I can't remember. But I'm gonna be posting. I think before or after this, I'm gonna be posting like little video clips of each run that I did throughout the week. So that was Wednesday. I did a 5 mile run. It was pretty cool. On Thursday, I was scheduled to do a cross training session, and I thought the cross training session was going to be easy because compared to running like 5 or 6 miles, but the Nike coaching app recommended that for my cross training, I pick one of the sessions out of the Nike Training Club, and I picked this session called Killer Cardio, which I don't know why I did that, because it has the word killer in it. It was basically 15 minutes of hell. Like, it had a bunch of burpees, a bunch of like planks and side kicks and jumping, box jumps and squat jumps and all this other stuff. And by the time I was done, I was drenched in sweat. It was only 15 minutes, but I was still drenched in sweat, and it felt like I had just finished like doing like insanity. So for my next cross training session, I'm definitely not picking killer cardio, because I think I'm already getting enough cardio as it is. But I just really can't lift anything because of my hand. So that was Thursday. So this past weekend, I had like a really busy schedule, so I knew I was gonna have to like move some stuff around as far as my running was concerned, to try to still get my running in and do everything else that I had to do. So on Friday, I knew that I had to watch this movie, Hunger Games, because I was going to be recording today for this podcast called Cinema Bun Podcast, and we was going to be discussing the movie. So after work on Friday, I had to do that, and I also had to go to this Q party where I was going to be, at the door doing security or taking tickets to help out the younger bros. So to avoid like missing my run on Friday, I just got up in the morning again, ran 5 miles, and I think I had a pretty good pace. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I ran 5 miles in the morning, and I ended up going to work. And right after work, I went to the movies. Then I left the movies and went home for like an hour, and then went to this Q party to help out or whatever. After that, I went home and I was asleep by like 1. So Saturday came around and I had a 10-mile run scheduled. So this weekend or Saturday and today I was in Seattle. So I knew I had to drive to Seattle on Saturday afternoon, and I also had to record this my podcast that I host, Negos to the Podcast. So, and that was at 10 in the morning. I was going to record. So I knew I had to get up early to get these 10 miles in. So I got up at 6 on Saturday, which is a feat because I usually don't get up before 8 o'clock on Saturday. So off of 5 hours of sleep, I actually ended up running 11 miles because my run felt pretty good. So I decided to just do an extra mile. I wanted to just do 13, but I knew that I was under time restraints because for recording my podcast. So I stopped at 11, and like I said, I think it was like 7:18 per mile, something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna post the times of each of my runs from this past week. So like I said, I ran 11 miles on Saturday, and the run felt really good. Um, then I went to Seattle, and I hung out with the bros and drank a whole lot. So that's my running progress for this week. This for this past week. So this week coming up is build strength, and it's week 3 of 11, and I have 35 miles scheduled to run this week. Um, Tomorrow I have 5 miles, and I'm not sure I'm going to run in the morning or switch back to the evenings. And the week is going to be capped off by a 12-mile run on Saturday. And this is Thanksgiving week, so thankfully on Thursday I only have a 3-mile run scheduled, so I'm going to be able to just get up in the morning and just knock it out. So that's my progress for this week. Oh, I also got a lot of good footage from hanging out with my frat brothers on Founders Day and this past weekend in Seattle. So I might post some of the content over on my personal YouTube page, but I'm going to have to do a lot of editing because, it's the bros. So I'll see you guys hopefully on next Monday with my progress updates from week 3. So I'll see everyone then.